Hey guys, I'm here, also known as 8vinyllow, bringing you all another video. I want to start off today's video with a quick little tribute / giving my thoughts about the passing of Peter Green, of course, of John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, and then a solo career and a bunch of other things, a splinter group, and so on. British blues god, definitely in that top tier in terms of British blues musicians, 100%. In that top tier of best guitarists of all time, too. One of my favorite guitarists. I had actually just mentioned him. Jeff got me that Volume 1 early Fleetwood Mac and the 3 LP set. And that was like a day or two before Peter Green's passing. So I was in a store and I received a text from Dylan over at the Record Spinner, and he said, "Did you hear Peter Green died?" And it was one of those moments where you're kind of just sitting there, and then you kind of feel that, I kept using the term a major gut punch, because it really was. It's something that you don't necessarily think about, and then it happens, and you're kind of taken aback by it. And I was extremely saddened to hear that. Like I said, it was a major gut punch, and obviously thinking about and feeling for his loved ones right now. But like I said, I love British blues so much, so in terms of that kind of British blues scene, he definitely was at the very top of that scene in the 60s. So definitely saddened to hear of his passing. What I wanted to do real quick is showcase some of my favorite albums. I picked 3 of my favorite albums that feature Peter Green. The first, of course, is probably my favorite album featuring Peter Green, and that is A Hard Road by John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, of course, with Peter Green on this one. One of my favorite albums just in general, definitely kind of jump-started Peter Green's career. John Mayall, in terms of the British blues scene, the godfather of British blues, jump-started many people's career, including Eric Clapton. He really put Eric Clapton, of course, Clapton with the Yardbirds. He leaves after For Your Love because he wasn't too sure about that, joins Mayall, and just really starts building up that fan base. And anyway, going off on a tangent here, but this definitely kind of put Peter Green on the scene in terms of recognition. And fantastic album. He takes over after Clapton leaves. They put out this. He does a couple other things with Mayall, and then of course you get Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. Even in Blues Breakers, you get, for a period of time there was shows that included Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, and of course Peter Green. So it was almost like pre-Fleetwood Mac in the Blues Breakers for a period of time, which was fascinating. A Hard Road with Peter Green, like I said, this album really, I think, jump-started his career. And then of course he does Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, and then he goes off and does solo albums and stuff like that, which I'm going to show you real quick. He struggled with mental health, he struggled with emotional health, and that was something that was hard for him in terms of his career as a musician. But A Hard Road, one of my favorites. In terms of one of my favorite solo records from him, we have In the Skies. This is my favorite solo record from 1979 of Peter Green's, and it has one of my favorite Peter Green songs on here called A Fool No More. So absolutely love this album. I cannot recommend it enough. Here's one cover, an alternate cover, and then there's another cover of the sky and stuff like that. But I like this one. I think his name pops in this. So like I said, if you ever see this out in the wild, pick it up. It's a fantastic album. And of course, A Fool No More is a classic Peter Green tune. So definitely check that out. And if you hear a dog yelping in the background, I just got a puppy about 2 weeks ago. His name is Xander, yes, named after Robin Zander of Cheap Trick. So if you hear him yelping in the background of these videos that I'm going to be putting out, that's him. And then my favorite Peter Green Fleetwood Mac era album, I have grown to absolutely love this album, Then Play On, Extraordinary. And I know I don't have to talk up this album. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. But like I said, absolutely incredible and extraordinary work by Peter Green. Great thing about music, as I always say in these kind of tribute videos, is that it lasts forever. So I know his music has brought me so much joy over the past couple of years that I've really started to explore his work, and I still have a long way to go in terms of kind of discovering and exploring his music. So with that said, rest in peace, Peter Green. That was a sad day. Continuing on here, the last part of this video that I want to do is showcase some VCLT I received in the mail. I received some VCLT from Tim over at High Noon's Vinyl, as well as Bill over at the Vinylverse, some housewarming / birthday VCLT that I kind of want to showcase for you all on this. So Bill and Tim, thank you so much. In terms of general unboxing, I can't do that because it was Amazon and it wasn't the box within a boxception type thing. So I've been getting a million things from Amazon since I've moved, and unfortunately that's not going to be a general unboxing, but I do want to showcase these albums. First album I received, actually the first two albums I received are from Bill over at the Vinylverse, and I have some letters here that came in each box. And the first one says, "Emma, here's a little housewarming gift for your music room. Congratulations on the new place, new puppy, and the new job. You've earned everything good that's coming your way. Best wishes, from Bill." So the first thing here that I received is Big Bill Brunzi Sings Folk Songs. When I opened this, my jaw almost hit the floor. I was so excited about this. Of course, Big Bill Brunzi, a pioneer of the country blues / acoustic blues scene. This is part of the Smithsonian Folkways collection, and I know Bill just picked up, maybe it was this one or it was another Big Bill Brunzi, I can't remember, but he was talking it up in a video, and I had mentioned how I was on the lookout for that. So this definitely brought a smile to my face when I opened up the box and saw that, and I am so excited to give this a listen. So thank you so much for this. But on top of that, on top of this blues kick from Bill, he sent a classic album / live album that I've been meaning to fill in my collection this whole, because I couldn't believe that I didn't have it when I opened it. It was one of those things that I need for my collection, but I just didn't have yet. And it also came with a note kind of echoing that same one, but it says, "Emma, enjoyed this classic album. Congratulations on the new house and job and new puppy. Wishing you the best." One of the best live albums of all time, and probably the best live blues performance of all time, hands down. And that is, yes, of course, B.B. King's Live at the Regal. I could not believe that I did not own this album when I opened it. It was one of those things where you think you have it already, and then you realize, I don't own that yet. So B.B. King, absolutely love and adore. And like I said, probably the best live blues performance out there. So Bill, thank you so very much. I am so excited to add these into my collection. Moving over to Tim over at High Noon's Vinyl, he also sent an album that I had a hole in my collection that I really needed to fill with this, and I'm so excited about. He writes, "Congrats on the new adventure you all are beginning," and wearing this shirt for a reason, because Tim's the Hendrix guy here in the VC. We have, of course, the classic Electric Ladyland by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. So this was another one where it's like, how do you not own that already? He had shown this album in a video or talked about it in a chat, I can't remember, and I'd mentioned that I didn't have it yet. I couldn't believe it. So definitely a hole that I needed to fill in my Hendrix collection. I finally did. With that, everyone, I hope you all are staying safe and doing well. Bill and Tim, thank you so much. And that's all for this video, guys. I'll see you for my next. Bye, guys.